A very tragic afternoon in the Valley. Metro has confirmed that the bicyclist involved in this horrible crash has in fact died. This is the area where police officers first spotted the suspect vehicle, Nellis and Sahara. Police officers attempted to pull the suspects over. The My District e-app does more than take pictures of graffiti. Commissioner Weekly says that it also allows Valley residents to report on problems with abandoned properties. With the Sahara closing its doors, the north end of the strip will be all but barren of business, except for a few gift shops located on the north side of the intersection. A 23-month-old little boy drowned in a backyard swimming pool in North Las Vegas. Police confirmed that he was taken to North Vista Hospital, where he passed away. This parking lot is filling up with smoke, making it incredibly difficult to breathe. There are pieces of ash floating in the air. 1.7 million tax returns will be filed in the state of Nevada this year. Of those, 25% will be mailed. El Dorado Days is a long-standing tradition in Las Vegas that dates back to 1935. In 1997, the event was suspended due to a lack of interest. It was right around noon when they first noticed the RV roll into the parking lot through that entrance right off Sunset. Metro is confirming that the suspect was armed. What remained unclear throughout the morning was whether or not the suspect pointed his gun at an employee. Call it a 3.5-minute crime spree. Dozens of people inside the store unstoppable. Hundreds of dollars of merchandise stolen. Now the owner of the store, Metro, releasing some very dramatic video in hopes that these people are caught. The video is dramatic.
This right here.
Customers we showed it to describe it as overwhelming.
That's terrible. Is that right?
Watch as this large crowd descends into the City Stop convenience store, grabbing everything in sight.
I mean, it was incredible. It was like a circus.
Owner John Athey calls this a swarm, a tactic long used by groups to knock off stores just like his. But Athey says he's never seen one this big.
The general purpose is 2 or 3, usually juveniles who aren't old enough to buy beer and can't get it any other way, will come into the store and distract the cashier while their friends run back, grab a 12-pack and run. But this was a lot more than that.
It was 3 a.m. on April 30th when this all took place. The city stops 12 surveillance cameras capturing what's estimated to be about 35 people take food and beer off the shelves and drinks from the cooler, about $600 worth, before heading out and taking off in 15 different cars with the stolen goods. The overnight clerk completely helpless.
A lot of them, so nobody could do anything. When there's only one worker, there's 35 people in there, what do? Call 911 when they're gone.
Police say thanks to this video, it's just a matter of time before these thieves are identified and caught, before someone does it again and something goes wrong.
And there's over 500 convenience stores, and it's really tough to combat that. Sooner or later, somebody's going to try to resist, and that's when somebody's going to get hurt.
Metro tells us at this point there is no indication that any of the suspects were armed, but that, of course, remains under investigation. Metro also says that once they are apprehended, the suspects will be charged with burglary and grand larceny and could face charges of robbery. Stolen, Dan, and parked right here in this parking lot. And the reason Henderson police reacted the way they did, they believe there was something very dangerous inside that RV.
Hi, welcome to Great Clips.
It started out as an ordinary day. But for the ladies who cut hair at this Great Clips in Henderson, it turned out to be anything but.
I was standing here at the desk, and there was 2 Henderson police officers right out front, and then they just leaned in and they had their guns and they said, "We need you to evacuate immediately."
So we just went next door to Honey Baked Ham and hang out over there for a while.
According to Henderson police spokesperson Keith Paul, the evacuation came as a result of what may have been inside this RV.
It was a stolen motorhome, and the reason why we were concerned is that there was said to be a gun inside the motorhome when it was stolen. So when the officers arrived and they found that it was locked and couldn't see inside.
The ladies who work inside Great Clips tell us it was right around noon when they first noticed the RV roll into the parking lot through that entrance right off Sunset and park right over there, right where the police found it. They also tell us they never saw anyone exit the motorhome.
I didn't think anything else about it. I just thought going out of town visiting.
Sunset was close to traffic, creating a huge backup while members of the SWAT team busted out the front window of the RV to get a better view inside. Once they made entry, they confirmed there was no one there. For the employees at Great Clips, a sigh of relief that the danger that sat in plain sight wasn't a threat after all.
What can you do? Just stay calm and do what you need to do to get out.
Once SWAT made entry, investigators moved in, and Henderson PD said that they were going to be looking for that gun. No word yet on whether that weapon was recovered. It was 3:30 in the afternoon Monday when Henderson police responded to an accident in the intersection of Paseo Verde and Carnegie. A gray Lexus RX 400 collided with a boulder, a tree, and a fire hydrant. Inside the car, according to the police report, large amounts of liquid spilled on the floor, open bottles, and a strong odor of wine. Behind the wheel, Henderson City Attorney Elizabeth Quillen.
On the afternoon of May 23, 2011, we were made aware that City Attorney Elizabeth Quillen had been arrested by the Henderson Police Department on DUI-related charges.
Henderson Mayor Andy Hafen held a press conference inside City Hall Tuesday, saying Liz had been placed on paid administrative leave from the city. Outside, Henderson residents reacted to the news.
I think everybody should be accountable for what they do wrong.
I think that they should definitely have to do what every other citizen has to do and go through the whole fining and classes.
Quillen admitted to police she'd had bottles of wine and acknowledged she was intoxicated after crashing her vehicle in the middle of the afternoon. The police report also indicates Quillen was arrested after witnesses told officers she tried to run from the scene, an incident that Mayor Hafen says won't be ignored.
There will be a thorough investigation, both criminally and internally, and Liz will remain on administrative leave pending the results of those investigations.
The city attorney issuing her own statement this afternoon saying, "I would like to apologize to the mayor, city council, my colleagues, family and friends for my misconduct and assume full responsibility for my actions. I am seeking immediate treatment from an inpatient facility and ask that I be allowed this time of privacy in order to address my underlying issue." The 51-year-old was held in the Henderson City Jail for several hours, released pending a hearing on June 20th. Dan and Jessica, the police report says that Quillen did strike another vehicle in this entire ordeal. Fortunately, no injuries were reported.